Yeah, that's good.
Alright, so
So I wanted to know what combos you were complaining about that I dropped,
okay,
but I figure it's probably easiest to just fight for a while and see.
yeah, let's do like a serious couple, and then I'll judge it afterwards.
My connection quality has dropped slightly with the call as well.
Ah, right, you're gonna want to hit those techs because otherwise I have way too much time to prepare for that.
That's true. Well,
You're
just
gonna want
like
to
that
hit
one.
those techs too, because otherwise I'm gonna have time to prepare for this. Okay,
Give
so
me a little
you're
bit.
going
It's a
for the
little more soupy than I remember. I'm used to.
So you're going for you go for like a low percent jump out of dash attack. At low percents like that, then you're still pretty much within range. So you don't actually want to go for your jump out of dash attack just
Yeah,
then.
just give me that one. That's I gotta adjust to the new amount of lag.
Fair enough.
It's actually a thing. I promise. I'm not just Johnning.
Okay, sure. Okay, I believe you.
Thanks. You know, I'm glad that you can just take me at my word. Oh my god.
Okay, all right. A little soupy raptor boost, but it works. Kind of busted on soup Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Okay. Now after that, you probably could have gotten a follow-up off of that up smash. It combos into up air for a pretty long time. But that looks like just a misinput kind of thing. Gotta DI out, or I'm gonna kill you. Okay, okay.
No, what if I Falcon kicked first though?
Okay. Try to do the same thing, just a little bit too late.
No.
Why is it so good?
It does seem really good. I want to learn how to do that.
Ooh, you almost got destroyed by that spot dodge. That's a habit that I have too. Like, oh, land, and then a spot dodge. And like, some people it'll work on, but some people I will just get my absolute shit pushed in by it, you know?
Yeah.
So if
I don't spot dodge enough. I actually need to be working on that. So it's not the worst mistake to be making right now. Ooh, I'm gonna attack backwards. I'm really bad at tech rolling.
I mean, that's just something you can work on, you know?
Yeah, I always just forget. Sure.
I tried to get. Hey, don't get too spooked. Your best option, Falcon struggles with this. Just jump. Could be up here. What are you gonna do? I'm wearing out your iframes at the start of the match.
I should have been up airing you.
You could have been, but I also like. It's not very easy to get me at that height.
Oh my god, that was air dodging. Was that just baller? All right, cool.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing. If you're holding, or if you're like not DIing, or that's kind of sick. Excuse me. But no, if you're like not DIing optimally, then that's gonna happen.
Yeah, I need to work on that too.
What you're gonna want to work on is recognizing like, oh, I fucked up, and you need to have an oh, I fucked up mode and immediately start doing your damage control preemptively. What'll happen is if you're like, oh, I whiffed a move, expect that I'm going to get you. Like, expect better things from your opponent and don't think like, oh, maybe I'll get away with it, you know? If you would go into it thinking, okay, he's definitely going to punish this properly, then don't do that. If you go into it thinking like, yeah, he's definitely going to punish this, and like, if I throw this right, then I'm already DIing properly.
I see. I think I think I saw you mention that at some point.
Fuck. See, already DIing out. And oh, yeah, okay, you can use your jab to cover like the soft cover attack. Takes a little bit of good timing, and it's like a little tricky on Wi-Fi because you know everything is. But definitely don't sleep on that. You can do that and like cover that real quick. And it's not too bad. You ever see somebody use their iframes from a neutral get up attack? Or just like get up attack as a ledge card?
No. I have like gotten hit in. I've gotten stage spiked by get up attack before. It was really odd.
Yeah, some of them have janky hitboxes. If you're not, that's the other thing. Like if you're like you can be DIing properly to make a combo not true, but if you're also not dodging at the correct moment, then you're still gonna get hit.
Yeah, and you still. I didn't.
It's a combined effort.
I didn't expect that.
I mean, it's a kill option at that percent. That's just like a win condition recognition.
I noticed. I saw that. I did indeed die.
I was there. Like, yeah, can I confirm I was the die?
I definitely was not alive after that.
But like, it's just the thing, like, you gotta have it kind of hard-coded into your head. If you're in survival mode, like, if you're in, like, yeah, I'm in disadvantage, it's fine. Like, yeah, don't be panicking. Like, but you need to have, like, certain protocols in place.
Thank God.
And you just went way off stage for no reason. And now you die for it, because you weren't DIing out. Ah, fuck!
Ah! Who dies?
This game sucks, shut the fuck up.
That's fair. I should have died there. You should not have died there, and I should have died there.
This game is trash.
That's true.
Dirty trash.
Hey, we're the idiots here playing it. Oh. I thought my back air would reach you.
Okay, me too. Ah, fuck. Wi-Fi spike. Like, that F-tilt that I just did after that back air hit was really stupid and ill-advised. I wanted to jump after that, just didn't hit the button. Pro controller button. There you go.
Oh, I got the dash back. That's smash. It was me. Yo.
Yeah, like, what, you know, you got no follow-ups off of that. Why?
Because, oh, I don't know if I should have DI'd that. That was scary.
If you had DI'd it out properly, then the first up air would not have hit you. That's actually a really nasty DI trap, that nair thing, like the up air nair. Because the way that works is, if you don't DI absolutely correctly, you're going to get hit by the up air. But if you correct your DI to DI out afterwards, you're already going to eat the nair afterwards, just by properly hitting the up air in the first place. But when you start to DI that correctly outwards, it actually means that you die. So that's interesting. Oh, here's stuff.
Would have really liked to have processed the words you said. That would have been really cool.
That's why I'm putting it on YouTube.
Fair enough. I could just throw a stomp 3 times.
Nobody's stopping me. Well, except for me, I'll kill you. There's that falcon kick. Ha! I was going for my shield break setup there. Don't mind me. Who's that for?
Fuck. Why didn't you walk forward?
So let's go for my shitty dash tech thing.
Yeah, fair enough.
So yeah, like, I don't see any confidence behind your combo starters.
They're not there. It's not there.
Well, that's,
it's not there.
That's
the
the thing.
With the Yoshi game.
If you
got beaten out of me.
If you don't have confidence that your combo starter is going to work, why are you using your combo starter? That's a vulnerability.
Which combo starter are you talking about? Is it what, Raptor Boost?
Well, you're getting a lot of Raptor Boost into whiffs. It's like if you Raptor Boost, you have to be 100% prepared for it to actually work.
What is the cue for when you can press buttons again after Raptor Boost? I was trying to figure that out earlier, actually.
How do you mean?
So if you buffer dash too early, you don't get it, and then you lose all your follow-ups because then you need to usually dash.
That's a training mode problem. Like that's just training code. No, I don't know that. Like at that, like being able to gauge, like it's not dependent on anything else other than yourself. Fucking hell, dude. Like the hit stun is the exact same, like no matter what, you know. So if you're missing the timing of that, that's something that you can yourself fix in training mode.
Well, I'll remind you that I mentioned earlier that there was some combos I needed to grind out.
Well, that's definitely one of them. Like I identified the issue there. You're just not confident in your first actionable frames. Now, whenever I'm like trying to grind something out with Falcon, or even just like running a new character, what I'll do is I'll just like do the move and then buffer shield. The whole buffer and ultimate is actually really nice for this, because what it'll do is it'll like as soon as you do this, you hold shield. That tells you what the first actionable frame is every time. And so you get like this, because shield is frame 1, you don't have to worry about like looking at any other like visual cue. It's a really easy, like, it shows you exactly like, oh yeah, this is when you need to be getting your next button ready. Yeah, fuck.
That's also a really good idea.
Good idea. Went too deep with the kick. There's that Falcon kick. You Falcon kick like when SpongeBob ripped his pants, and just like that was it. It was like, oh, what's the punchline? Yeah, he's gonna Falcon kick.
I mean, I'm better about it. Oh god, no.
No.
It was like that.
No, go for the middle thing. You can wall jump off of that when you fuck up air dodges on this stage.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Okay. It goes that far down? That was pretty deep.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I've fucked up air dodges to my death like that before, and then you just fade in, jump, wall jump, and then you can wall ride with the up B afterwards, and you can make it back. I might be thinking PS2 though. I don't know if it works on both. What do you think? I know it for sure works on one of them, but I've completely lost track of which one it is. But
do you have PS1 and PS2 on right now?
Yeah.
Oh. Why?
Because I want to know how to play on them.
Okay. Do they run those somewhere?
Uh-huh.
You know? I've never been the one that runs PS1.
Most places run PS2, but lately there's been a push for smaller blast zones, and some people are like, bring back PS1, which is way worse than PS2, but whatever. People want what they want. But I just don't see the harm in learning how to play on them.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's
Back air into knee.
just unusual.
Like you're just kind of like coming in and just like hitting you with shit. Like you're getting hit in disadvantage, and you're like, I will punch my way out of disadvantage. Your goal in disadvantage is never to just hit me out of it. It's never to. You're not trying to go like disadvantage into your own advantage. It's always how do I reset neutral, and then from neutral, you may be able to figure out something else.
That may have been the best fate I've ever done in my life.
It's a good one. Like right now, I'm a disadvantage. My goal was not to hit you after that. All I did
Fair
was
enough.
get back to stage. Okay, you're on the flat. That worked. That worked well enough
It worked.
for whatever reason.
Sure.
So you went a little too hard to the paint, and you lost all your stage control there. Now you're back at disadvantage. Instead of like I'm a really methodical Falcon, so this might not work for everybody. But you're definitely gonna want to. You're definitely gonna want to work on. Trying to talk and do this at the same time. Okay. When you get somebody at disadvantage, yeah, you want to cover, right? Like I'll cover something like this, but I'll stay in center stage. Look how I was staying in center stage the whole time. I take center stage again.
Like it's easy when you just kill them.
I mean, killing does get you center stage. That is an option, but like if you're gonna like try to apply more pressure in your advantage state, if you don't have a true combo out of that, what you can do is you can always try to. There's like the aggressive option and the coverage option, right? So say like I get like a fucking F tilt on you and you got a tech, right? So like here, roll with me for a second. So come here, I'm gonna F throw you and you're gonna tech and you're gonna pick a tech option. Now I could, let's say that you're gonna land about here, right?
Yeah.
If I get my grab and I F throw you and I come up here and I cover that with a quick jab, covering it with jab 1 might catch me a jab block, maybe. Yeah, probably not on Falcon because it's all character dependent and everything, because why the fuck not? But like I could be completely safe, cover this with the jab, and then try to cover something else on reaction. That's usually an offline play. On Wi-Fi that's not super viable because Wi-Fi. But if I get like my grab and F throw here, then I can try to like cover this with jab, dash attack that, or like like maybe like get a dash grab on that if I notice that like you will tech roll, and then like also hold shield, like you're holding the button, and then like you shield again. That's a habit I can be on the lookout for, and then I can try to punch that next with the grab. Some people will like tech roll and then like attack. Some people will tech roll and jump.
Cover the whole tech roll with stuff.
That's the thing that you can do. You can like get your grab, F throw, and then Falcon kick and cover everything, but what does that get you? Not very much. Especially at low percent, you're still minus on hit. You're still going to get punished for that.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I mean, I would do it at low percent, but I shouldn't do it at low percent. I acknowledge that. But like above that.
Right, like it's doing Falcon kick on a tech situation gets you information. Make sure you're not doing it just for just to rack up the damage. That's not what it's for. It tells you whether they like to tech in place, whether they like to tech roll in or out, and you can use that opportunity next time if you kind of detected a pattern like, oh, a lot of people like DIN. What then you can do is, and this isn't just like, oh, make a read and win. This is make a soft read that might blow them up. Like there's like a soft read, and there's kind of like a medium read where say like you tech here, like I get my tech situation on you and you have to tech at about this location. I can come at you and then like do that, and like that would catch you tech rolling in, but I'm also able to cover other things like that, like the jab 1 check. These are all soft reads. Like, I'm covering something, but I'm not necessarily committing to it. Like, I can do that and then catch your tech in place instead. Like, I
Yeah,
just
you're
have...
not covering out much.
Yeah, I'm covering everything here except for I tech covered that. I covered tech in place. I can just, like, cover this and then shield if I see that you are... if you miss the tech here. So, between this, I have enough time to see if you teched or not, and then I can shield or just grab. Then I have covered 1, 2, and 3 options, and the only thing that is not covered by this is tech roll away. So by doing this, I've conditioned tech roll away, so definitely saving that for later. But also, like, I've maybe gotten something off of that, and then I have my different flowchart that I can build off of from there. But what you could do instead is once you have a little bit more information and you're willing to commit slightly more, I could say I get my grab around here, right? And you end up teching around here. Then what I can choose to do instead is get my F3 tech situation, whatever. You know, you have to tech here. I come back and I try to do a hard read with like a down air or with a nair 1 on the tech roll away. I have these different options to where I can like hard cover this. If I hard cover this, like for example right here, if I do this, the best thing that I can cover is tech back, cover that with stomp, and maybe get something nice off of that. If I covered this though, that's also like, statistically speaking, I'm just as likely to get this as I am the rest of them without a hard read. But if I do choose to cover this, then that puts me in the corner. I'm in disadvantage if I'm wrong. Whereas if I get my tech situation here, and then I like come back and I cover this, I'm still in full control of the stage, even if I guess wrong. So you have these different ways where you can extend your advantage state by making pretty big coverage options. Like I didn't cover anything besides roll away. This is the only thing I covered, but I covered that completely safely, and I still have pressure over you in this entire corner of the stage. So you can do like little things like that where it's like you can call out options safely without sacrificing your stage control or your advantage state. Like you can extend your advantage even if you're wrong by choosing options that won't get you blown up for being wrong for. I feel like I'm kind of over-hammering this point home, but like you see what I'm saying, right?
I get it. I'm tracking. I'm
You're fracking. But like this concept applies to everything. If I get my down throw, my up air or whatever, I can like fade these back in, like and cover maybe if you're trying to like DI in and like go over me. If you're DIing out, even if I don't get my combo going, I've still got my stage control going. So like being more mindful of just even if you lose, make sure that you're not getting screwed for it. There's ways to lose carefully, or there's ways to like there's like not all bad incorrect reads are created equal.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you're gonna misread something, you'd rather end up in the middle of the stage than outside, right?
Bingo. And like you can pretty much apply that to everything. Like in these different juggle situations, like oh okay, like you're up in the air or whatever. Like I'm trying to hit you. I'm gonna pick whichever option. Make sure that I don't end up above you, because being above is pretty much the corner of the vertical stage.
Yeah, that's just how you get hosed with Falcon.
Exactly. Right, but like. Frame traps are a perfect example of this, right? So if you're like up in the air getting juggled or whatever, then like I can try to cover that and like be ready to do some other shit too. Like you can create like loose frame traps with your juggling as Falcon. He's really good with that with his up air. But like you don't have to commit to that. Like you can just like kind of jump and be in the air. You don't have to always be like fast falling or hitting buttons. You just jump and like pressure them that way, and it doesn't really matter what they do because you're still in advantage, and without having to commit to really anything. Being able to pressure especially when they're like, I think that would push your Falcon pretty far, because what I keep on seeing from you is you'll be like, oh okay, I might hit it, and then you're like go for some deep ass Falcon kick, and like
I'll have you know I never intentionally suicide Falcon kick to educate people.
Well, you know what I'm saying though, right? Just make sure that the options that you're picking aren't hosing you. because even if your combos aren't frame tight, like you can polish up your combos on your own time. Definitely hit the training mod, not the training, the training regimen in resources and all. Like you can grind that all day long. But let's go ahead and play a game here, and I'm just gonna like really like try to play well myself and try to look for all the ways that like I'm pressuring without actually committing and putting myself in a bad position. That's exactly why I invented spot dash, or, like invented, you know, but like because I'm pressuring you, but I'm not approaching. I have my stage control still.
The inventor of spot dash.
I mean, that's like been around a long ass time, right? But like that dash attack I just did was bad. That was bad because when I miss, I end up in the corner and I have to immediately jump back in. That's a habit that you could have exploited off of me.
Yeah.
Same goes for ledge guarding. Like ledge guarding is just a bigger extent of that same exact concept. Okay, so I saw that I had fucked up there, and that I had let you back and get above. Fucking sucks. Fucking sucks. So like I saw that you had gotten past my ledge guard, my edge guard there, ledge trap there, and I saw that you had gotten above. So my immediate reaction there was not to chase you above, but to go on the ground and get below. Because that maintains my stage control, I can still try to anti-air that. Like I'm still working on ways to maintain the stage control. Even at a disadvantage, on Battlefield, I'll often do like a double jump up into... I wanted to go for it. It's fine. Today I will play well, and then I go for that shit. See, like, okay, you just got hit, you hit me with that F tilt, and I immediately like went to the platform to retreat. Instead of like, okay, I overcommitted there, and my immediate priority was not to try to like turn that into a kill, but it was to get back into an advantageous position. Okay. Don't do that. But like,
What? Just recover like too far from the ledge? Yeah.
yeah, when you have to go for like the full diagonal, try to never go full diagonal because that's really free. It lines you up really nicely for the trajectory of anybody coming off with like a short hop to a stop, like any kind of spiking down air or whatever. When you come in at a max diagonal angle, you get the most distance out of Falcon's recovery that way, but you also really line yourself up to just die. So if you're like in that position, well, that's not a great example here, but say I'm like out here, this is the worst recovery I can do. This is awful. This is I'm begging for death right here. What you can do instead from this position is recover out and then hook it in. Straight up, and then...
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Do the yo-yo maneuver. Why didn't you just say that?
Yeah, yo-yo maneuver. But that prevents you from getting, like, within this trajectory. You know, you see, like, the kind of, like, the diagonal line from this? At any point during this trajectory, that's exactly the trajectory the Falcon's B follows. Like, just run off and do that shit, you know? But yeah, if you can work on your recoveries, not hitting that diagonal and like hitting like the out and then up, like the kind of J shape, that's really good for him. Or
yeah,
if you have to, like you can hug in sometimes, but just beware that like this is.
Yeah, it's definitely stompable.
Yeah, it's stompable if you.
I've got 2 frames on that.
Yeah, if you hug the inner wall, that puts you at high risk of 2 frame. But if you just aim it straight up like that, that was bad. But aiming it straight up, the way that you get 2 frame the least as Falcon is directly below the ledge, fighting against the natural like curve of it. But at max vertical distance there, that's how you avoid getting 2 framed. And pretty much if you're ever going to have a side B to recover, you've already fucked up. Like, it should be a very last resort if they do a lot of runoff options. If they do runoff options, then, like, that's the only time that this is viable, because then they're just going to get dunked by it. But, like, doing it high, never a good idea. These, actually, Lilac platforms are the one time that's not true, because you can, Lila's an exception to this because of the slant, and you can just, like, land on that pretty nicely. But, like, that's not a good example.
I'm having a little bit of trouble fading it out too much because I'm scared of the lag, and I don't want to, like, wait too long.
You have a lot of control over this. Like, look at all that. You turned into fucking Yoshi there for a second. Like, from right here, I can make it, like, to the fucking other Lilac platform without even committing to it. Like, I can go up and then choose to go out afterwards, and I can make it to the other one.
And yeah, I can do these nice, you know, well,
Yeah.
nice like figure eights with it, but
Yeah, like figure eights with Falcon are really good. If you want, you can build yourself a little custom training stage and set up some different ledges in weird positions and just work on getting to them at unusual angles. You can put like a lava block or something, like right by a ledge, and work on like it like kind of 2-frame zone, like around here, like around this area here, and work on getting your up Bs just right so that you can get past them without getting hit by the lava block or whatever. It's just like some good like solo training that you can do. If like raw mechanical things are holding you back, there's always ways that you can manage that with the game's own resources.
you know, I thought the blocks wouldn't take that long to learn, but I was wrong.
I mean, I went from GameCube to Pro Controller, and I'm still like totally getting fucked by it.
I feel like we've had this conversation before, maybe in reverse.
I mean, yeah. Like learning a new controller is always going to be the hardest thing. Is there a timer for the Discord call? I don't know if it's been 30 minutes or not.
It should have a timer.
I'm looking, but I don't see one. It's fine.
It usually has one.
Okay, well, Lila's not the best stage for this, but let's go ahead and go for it, and we'll see if there's anything else I want to point out. Okay, leading out with a nair like that, what was that for? What did you expect to call out by just kind of coming in with a rising nair?
I think I probably meant to do a falling there. This was bad.
See, and that one you went for one extra up air there, instead of recognizing that I was no longer in your trap, in your, like, zone of what you want to happen. And at that point, you should have focused on resetting neutral and not overextending your own self. Or, like, maybe you can still extend your advantage state, just not in the way that you were originally planning for. Like, if you get your Raptor boost into up air or whatever, instead of going for that second up air, just kind of like, empty hop it out, like fast fall it. You have different options. You don't have to try to commit still to untechable. Jump out of his stun. Jump out of disadvantage.
I can hear you in real time now. Thank you, F-Tilt, for hitting behind me. That was nice of you.
F-Tilt's kind of nice sometimes. Like, not really what you expect, but kind of nice. So, okay, right now, using that double jump to kind of get out of hit stun, I don't really know about that. It kind of worked because I wasn't really chasing you, but...
Ugh. Should have doubled
Make
up
sure
there.
that you're always watching me. Like, don't be watching yourself. If you're watching yourself, then you're worried about where you're going to be recovering from and everything. But you should be watching me to see what I'm going for. Every time I get like F-tilt run off dare, every time I get hit by it, it's because I wasn't watching the opponent, or they weren't watching me when I'm the one doing it. Because it's reactable. Like, you can see, like, a dash takes about 15 frames, and then like the dare itself is another like several frames. But like, 18 or something. Like even on Smash Wi-Fi, you can do that on reaction.
Oh,
See that ledge option there? Like I went for my Nair 1, and then I didn't like it, and then I went immediately for the dash attack to counter what you were trying to do. Ooh, you almost had it. Ooh, you cut the startup of my roll. Jump out of the corner. Good. Jump. Jump out of whiffing a move. Dash to the corner. You retreat. You retreat almost always.
I don't like going in. Just be real about it. Did I fuck that up? I shouldn't have died to that. I should have DI'd better.
You could have survived it, but you were already holding in, trying to recover with it. And you also could have just snapped to the ledge better. Like, you didn't have to be high enough for that to hit me in the first place. I just kind of felt like you would. That's more like a Lilac-specific thing. You can go lower than it looks like. It just, like, it feels like you have to recover before you go off out of visual range, but you don't. You actually recover best from just out of visual range. But that's kind of stage specific, so that's fine.
And
Here
it's
we go.
input button.
Kalos,
Right.
let's go. Now, how are you going to start this? Empty hop, and then leap in with an approach? I don't know about that. Get up and shield? Don't know about that. Stole your jump. Oh, my Nair didn't come out. Okay. Now how do I made sure that while I was in disadvantage, I used the stage that I had left over as a resource. I could still afford to retreat there. Mistimed my dare attempt. Jump after Falcon Kick.
Oh, it was almost sick.
Yeah, that was almost it. That was almost it. I felt like maybe if it weren't Wi-Fi, you could have had that. Oh, I wasn't sure if I'd make it back from that. That's my bad. See, I did a really bad dodge there, trying to take center stage aggressively while I was still in disadvantage, and I died for it. As I should have. Ah. Okay, I held shield after that, so you guys get punished there.
Sure.
Well, that's just some like weird G&G shit. I don't mind that too much.
That's just my own black magic. Don't worry about it.
Pay no attention to the man behind the pink curtain. So like right there after that F-tilt's a really interesting example of like how you are supposed to play Falcon with this kind of like loose combo game. He F-tilt gets you nothing. It gets you like a little bit of Oki, but that's it. Like it doesn't actually lead to anything. But what it does is it makes them press something. They may be in tumble after that, which means that you still like you force a button. But like in lower percents, it doesn't force a button really. Like they're just in tumble. They're not in tumble. So they could still just like attack. They could just land and shield. They could jump. But they can't DI. They're gonna end up in the same position in pre-tumble left tilt no matter what, you know. So that kind of gives you, that's your download opportunity. Dash attack also. Dash attack and F tilt kind of work really similarly with how they're supposed to be used. They're information gaining tools. They won't lead to anything truly, but they will tell you how the opponent likes to react. Are they going to jump out of hit stun? Do they want to be in the air to try to get a counterattack? Are they trying to aggressively reverse this on you? Are they trying to retreat? Are they trying to shield? Are they worried more about grabbing? Have you conditioned them to worry more about grabbing? Like, before going too crazy on that, like F tilt and dash attack should be in your mind the exact same purpose. They should be how do they react when they are put into minor disadvantage. They're not panicking, like nobody gets hit by dash attack and shits their pants, but you will get hit by dash attack and be like, all right, here we go, like this is what I want. And that kind of gives you a better insight as to how their neutral play is going to go. Are they trying to always look for ways to counter something, like they want to like jump and then reverse the situation with an aerial on punish? Are they trying to are they like mashing? Are they just like gonna get hit by F tilt and just start fucking jabbing? Because you get a lot of those, and they're just mashing. They don't want you to get any mix-ups at all. If they do mash, you kind of just have to respect it. You can sort of blow them up for it, but like the point is you can figure this out with this information. That's what it's designed for. I don't know if it's what it's designed for, but that's what Falcon wants to use it as. Like,
fair point.
right. Yeah, like you just have certain tools that are pretty much explicitly for gaining your information, and certain tools that are.
Is it just F tilt and dash attack?
Well, D tilt's a really good poke too, but that also has the benefit of being extra safe on shield. It forces text pretty nicely, but you can't really get a true follow-up off of it, so there's no real pressure there to kind of... they're pretty much in control of what they're going to do after that still. You're not really going to get many panic responses out of down tilt, so kind of similar. Up tilt, you really shouldn't be using a neutral, it's shit. But, I mean, that's pretty much the idea. And, like, extend it past that, too. These are all attacks. It's easy to get a response with a direct attack. Like, okay, I got hit by this. They're forced to do something. Pretty much forced to do something. But you gotta understand that movement has the exact same effect, but like movement is an attack. And different kinds of movement get different responses in the same way. Like when you jump, that's an attack. That's an attack on somebody's stage control because you're putting yourself in a position of high risk, high reward. You could get your reversal. You could, like, when Falcon's in the air, that's when he's the most dangerous and the most vulnerable. So use that to see what they think of it. Are they shielding? Are they worried about what you're going to do? Or are they like, oh, okay, he's jumping. That dumbass, I'm going to kill him.
Let me throw an air.
Yeah. And we're not going to talk about Link right now. We are not going to talk about Link right now. I'm putting this up on YouTube and I will get, like, my account suspended.
There's a lot of nairs out there that will anti-air.
We're not going to talk about any of those right now. But the point is, like, if you're jumping, you can easily gauge, are they scared of me, or, like, are they respecting me, or are they trying to just kill me? Do they not worry? Like, moving towards them is an aggressive option. Moving away is a non-aggressive or retreating option. And people will respond to those in specific ways also. Are they... Like if you give them a little bit of ground, are they going to aggressively take that the instant you give them the opportunity? Like you can easily get like a nice dash back F smash with that all day. That's Wolf does that by breathing because it's fucking like safe on shield F smash. God. But like that kind of thing, like different types of movement, you got to have a mental idea of what responses certain types of movement are designed to elicit. So combine that with like your actual attacks and your actual like specific movement options, and you're going to get a much better idea of what your opponent's going to do, and that is your way to figure out how you're going to maintain your stage control and how you're going to use that stage control to end a game.
That's a lot of stuff to soak in.
It is. I mean, I figured that's why games are complicated. Like that's why fighting games are nuanced like that. Like it all works together. It's all one big cohesive picture. And this is why when people say, "Hey, can you teach me neutral?" I slap them because that entire conversation is probably like 2% of what neutral actually is.
Yeah.
Like it's neutral is the game. Everything about the game is neutral, except for like I'm in disadvantage and shit. But like you can still apply things that you learned in advantage and disadvantage into neutral. Like that's how you make good reversals.
Knowing those things then feeds back into neutral once you reach players of a certain skill level.
Right. You know that like astronaut meme where it's like it's all neutral, always has been. That's not even joking. Like the entire existence of fighting games is neutral, and everything else is Flash.
Well, I mean that's why we play Falcon, right?
Though I play Falcon for his good neutral. That's why I'm so sad.
Yeah, it's not a great character fit, probably.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I try. I make it work with what I have. I try to figure out ways to like my combos with him are trash, but I still win a fair amount of games just with a good neutral.
You see how much just like straight hit stuff I do. Like I'm sure someone in the game is better than Falcon.
I mean, sure, but like nobody else is this cute though.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
you're right.
You kind of get what I'm saying here. Like you just need to have a clearer idea of what your tools are doing, because you're giving up too much stage control. And the reason you're giving up too much stage control is that you're not purposefully using your moves with clear intent to gain these specific bits of information. It's kind of just like this might work, so I will try it because if it hits, I will receive a dopamine. And I might kill somebody.
Shut up! Fuck you! You'll just attack me like that.
Yes, I'm going to attack you like that. You know why? Because I spent this whole damn time gaining information, and now I'm attacking you with it. That's neutral. Oh. That's the conversational neutral.
Is that what this is called? Is that what this one call is? Is neutral?
This is neutral. It's all neutral.
Oh, okay. Right.
But that pretty much sums it up. Like, I just think you need to have a clearer idea of what your move's purpose is. And then with that, you're going to naturally not give up stage control unnecessarily, and you're going to have more opportunities to land your combo starters, and then you can lab those out and polish up your follow-ups and your flow charts from there. But by not overextending and maintaining your stage pressure, you're going to get a lot more results that way.
Sometimes it's the right thing to do, though.
What, I'm trying to figure out to commit to something and kill them.
Yeah, basically when push your advantage.
Yeah,
and I don't know what that is, and I think I'm just trying to figure that out.
Yeah, like there's like even if you're not overextending, you're still pushing your advantage. Like that example I gave earlier, where it's like I'll go for the down air to cover tech roll in, but I'm still pressuring you into the corner. That's still...
I don't mean to make it like you're losing something by not pushing it, right? Because you're right, you still have advantage state, you still have center stage or whatever, you still have that, right? You still have, I'm not off stage and in disadvantage.
Yeah, but like you can also definitely, like your Falcon, you can kill somebody at 20 if you make the right call out. So then it just becomes a matter of, if you make enough safe reads, if you make enough soft, non-committal reads, then that gives you enough information in the long run to where you can be like, they're doing this like all the time, or like I've really conditioned them to roll away by covering everything else. That's when you can start doing like, okay, like I got my jab. You can kill somebody off a jab, and then they have to tech, and they tech roll out, and you cover that with a nair 1 into a dare, and you've just killed somebody at 20% with your jab.
Oh, okay, so that's the answer to that question.
Yeah, like it all has its purpose. But the harder the commitment, the more download you need before you can make that a viable decision, before you can justify that to yourself. It's like a business expenditure. It's like, okay, what's the return on investment here? Your risk versus your reward. Now, if you just like YOLO go for it, that's bad because you haven't really figured out yet if that's actually going to benefit you, if the risk is worth that reward, or flip that. But like if you go for that nair 1 in the corner for a down air, at the ledge, that's great. You can take a stock that way, but are you likely to? That's what your goal is by all these safe pokes. You can dismantle your opponent with this.
Well, it's just waiting until the right moment.
Well, it's not just waiting. It's creating the right pressure with that moment. Like, you're never just kind of like chilling around and being like, man, I hope they give me a golden opportunity. I'll straight up, like, I will attack myself. That's exactly how I play, because I'm really bad at, like, capitalizing on that kind of thing. That's my own personal weakness. But you have like other Falcons who are played like a more traditional Falcon. That's 100% what they do. They will just like throw themselves at you. Like Nick C, he's great about this. He's like putting on a bunch of pressure. Sometimes he gets punished for it, yeah. But like he's putting this pressure on you to be like, oh, I have to do something about this, and he's looking for that. And he's like, okay, are you gonna do something like that I can destroy you with for this? Like
he's looking for the panic button, right?
Right, or not necessarily. Even if it's not like a panic button, even if they're not like, oh god, like scared shitless, they're still like, you can tell like, oh, they think this is the best idea because I haven't been covering this much, you know, that kind of thing. That's just conditioning. But you can condition a lot with aggressive behavior.
Right.
Like that's absolutely a thing. But also Falcon's safety is not the best, you know?
Yeah.
So sometimes he struggles a bit with that. But again, a lot of that's matchup dependent too.
A lot of it feels really fake.
Yeah, his pressure's super fake, dude. Like he has like porn star titty pressure. Like it was probably real a long time ago.
Ooh. Damn. What? You didn't have to say it like that.
Yeah, dude.
You could have opted for a different metaphor.
No. But that's pretty much the gist of it. I think as far as your gameplay goes, you just need to work on not committing at the wrong moments. Like look for like, it's better to not commit ever into like a big read than to commit to the big read unsafely and destroy your entire momentum. And it kind of sucks to say it like that.
Like exactly how I play.
It kind of sucks to say it like that because it sounds like you just have to be lame, but you don't have to be lame. If you can, like the key to escaping the realm of lame is to learn how to condition people, to really pay attention to the patterns that you're kind of reinforcing. If you can pick up on those habits instead, then you can stop being lame and start scaring them, like actually scaring them. Take away their buttons that they think are a good idea. That's why I really like Pit, right? Because what you can do with Pit is if you win any neutral exchange, you can follow it up with an arrow. And with that much control over your arrow, you make them feel like they are never out of disadvantaged state. You make them feel like your pressure is eternal no matter what they pick. They don't have any safe area to return to. They can't be like, jump out of disadvantage, I'm safe there. No, that arrow is still going to chase you. Like, I can't roll away, it's still going to get you. Any of that. That's why I really like playing this Pit. I think his mind games are fantastic. I just wish he was better. Rob. Oh my god. You know exactly what I'm talking about when I say Rob, right? It feels like he can attack you from anywhere. With that laser, with gyro, you don't have anywhere on the stage that you can be like, I can regroup. The pressure is non-stop.
I feel like that sometimes against Yoshi too, because Yoshi's got such good air mobility.
Yeah, and he can do a lot with his eggs too. Eggs are a really good projectile.
Yeah.
But it's these same concepts. Like it's the same concept packaged up as a different character using it.
Right.
We're like an hour into your half-hour training session.
I knew you were going to go over.
Shut up. I talk a lot.
I should have set a timer.
Yeah, I should have done that. Anyway, that's pretty much most of what I wanted to cover. You can definitely hit up another training session, though.
Yeah. I need to marinate on this. My brain's half gone.
Yeah, I'll throw this up on YouTube. I think there's like a Twitch grace period where I have to let that kind of sit and be their property for a minute. But after a while, I'll get this uploaded, and that'll be good to review.
Yeah, I wonder if there's a way to like condense some of this. Though, have you seen the Vermanubis neutral video?
I'm pretty sure I have. I don't remember exactly offhand.
I'm gonna watch it again, probably after I've slept.
Yeah.
And I'll poke you about it.
Yeah, but like neutral is one of those things where until you understand it, it sounds like bullshit. It sounds it sounds like you're just listening to Mr. Miyagi, you know.
I just also know that I don't understand it. I'm just doing stuff.
Yeah, the trick is to do stuff brainer. Like, you're always doing stuff, but the goal is to realize what you're doing, like the actual effects of the stuff that you're doing. Like,
you have to do the quickly brain, not the smooth brain.
Even though the smooth brain is very pleasant. Okay, even fucking Nintendo's
Yeah,
like,
even-
yeah, shut up.
You gotta move on with your life. All right.
That's embarrassing. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and cut it off there, and I think that's a good place to end stream for the day as well.
Yeah. Thanks, Grace.
Sure thing, Frack. Good games, good games.
Yeah.
All right, later.